Hi, everybody. Welcome back to this week's episode of Beware the Board, a horror podcast where we watch a randomly selected movie every week. I'm Bob.
I'm Ben.
Ah!
Yeah, Bob woke up late for our recording today, so he meant to get coffee. He's made room coffee.
Okay, that sounds weird.
It does sound weird. That's why I said it.
Room coffee.
He has a Keurig in his room, so room coffee.
Okay, that's fair. I can understand that. Life update. How has your week been?
It was all right. I mean,
Yeah, we've been working.
we've been working a lot.
It's awful.
We're on heavy hours and 6 days a week instead of 5.
And it rained, bro. Rained 2
It
days
rained
in a row.
yesterday. But it wasn't cold. Like, it could have been 30 degrees outside and raining hard, but it was
It's
55
true.
degrees outside and raining hard, which is so much better.
I thought it was going to be so much worse when we started the night, and it looked like there was a monsoon happening outside the van.
You mean when we couldn't go outside
Yeah.
because it was raining so hard?
Yeah. There was also
Yeah, it
the
wasn't
wind
great.
stuff. That was awesome.
That was Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah. Basically,
Yeah.
all I'm saying is we've had a rough week of work, and it's not going to get much better because Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
We're going to have to work. How many days straight is it, like 13?
Something like that.
But
I still have to do my shopping for Christmas.
Me too.
Hanukkah, whatever. I don't care.
Do you get people Hanukkah presents?
I get my friend Hanukkah presents
Oh, okay. Cool.
because
I didn't know that.
he's actually Jewish.
So you're getting Trent Hanukkah presents.
I mean, I could get Trent Hanukkah presents.
Oh, you should get Trent a Hanukkah present. I don't know if I don't know what he does for Hanukkah, to be honest.
I'm gonna get him a modded dreidel.
No, get one like a motorized dreidel that's like a Beyblade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They
Have
make
you ever
those,
seen
I'm
that?
sure. No, I actually
the
I made
dreidel
that up
thing
just now.
Where
just
they
now.
do like it's like a dreidel battle off, like a dreidel
I've
off.
not seen that. I've
Oh.
seen Trent has a dreidel. I've spun it. It's very, very interesting. But
It's the only religious gambling game.
it can't be the only one. Come on.
Yeah, the weird thing.
I'm sure there's some weird Christian thing that they do.
No, because gambling.
I don't know. Anyway, now that we're done with that, Benjamin, we are coming up near the end,
Yeah, we have 4 episodes left of this board, and then the wrap up.
and then we start the next one.
Yep.
Which means I gotta start cleaning this shit up. I gotta start picking stuff to get rid of stuff. Now, I think you told me because you were talking about this last night. I have the third spider spot.
Yep.
The third Halloween spot.
Yep.
The second zombie spot.
No, we did the second zombie
So
spot.
it's 1 and 2 for the zombie spot.
No,
Or
it's 1 and 3.
I'm really bad at math.
That's not even math, Bob. That's I don't know.
It's easy math.
counting.
Counting is math. So I have to decide between those 3. So here's
4.
my thing. 4. God damn, I'm really killing it today with numbers. I could take out spiders, get rid of
Yeah.
them. You don't know how happy I'll be when this is over, because I'll never have to watch any shitty PG-13
Spiders.
spider movie ever again. I could kill Halloween,
You could.
but I want to save it, kinda. I don't know if I want to end on Halloween.
All right. You had so much fun with it already.
I did. That's why I'm excited, because I'm like, what other movie is he gonna stick in there? Because let me be honest, the first Halloween movie, not amazing.
I
That-
mean, yeah.
Second and third Halloween movies, awesome. The fourth one, weird.
I mean, there was better Halloween movies I could have thrown on instead of that first one, but
I mean, it was a good opener.
I
It was
wanted
very
to
much
save them.
a modern,
Yeah, it was also a good mix of different styles of movies, which is what I try to do.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I've decided. I think I do want to just take up that next zombie spot. So zombie,
Zombies 1 or 3.
1 or 3. Well, I could leave all 3 for the 3. Like all 3 of the third ones for the end.
You could,
And
or
then I
you
have
could
a nice little,
mix
nice
it
little
up.
row. I could, but I won't. I want the first one.
Are you sure?
Why do you always ask me, am I sure?
Because I don't know. You might change your mind.
Yeah, but it's always so scary because I'm like, did I choose a bad one? Is this a movie that I should be afraid of, or is this something Ben doesn't want to watch? I can never tell.
Are you sure you want to do spot 1?
Well, yeah, I
We're gonna
am
do
Ben.
spot 1. I know we are, but
Yeah,
still.
I know, but
It's funny to ask for
no,
me.
It gives me anxiety
It's funny
because,
for me.
because it makes me think I've made a bad choice.
Sometimes
even though
you make a bad choice and I say it. Sometimes you make a good choice and I say it.
you always ask, "Are you sure?" You never don't do it. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're watching The Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, fuck yeah! See, now I'm excited again. This is another good one.
Yeah, and Bob, why do you know this is a good one?
I've seen it. Well, I've seen parts of it. I think.
Have you?
I think so. I've seen clips and stuff.
Are you talking about The Living Dead? Night of the Living Dead?
I might be. I might be confused.
Is it a black and white film?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's not this movie.
Oh, really? Oh, what's it? Oh,
That's Night of the Living Dead.
this is Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Which is the second one. Am I wrong? I don't know actually.
Yeah, you're wrong, kinda.
You know a lot more about this stuff than I do, so why don't you
Yeah.
hit me with some
Well,
shit? Because
let me-
I want to watch this.
Let me first start with my my little description, so you
Yeah,
get
yeah,
that
yeah.
before you're like, yeah, I want to watch this.
Isn't one of these set in Louisville?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll get to that. Description. Have you ever wondered what happened after Night of the Living Dead?
You are a fucking wee head.
Well, the Living Dead return.
Okay. Okay. I thought that was going to be it. I thought you weren't going to hit me with I mean, that wasn't much more. I thought you were just going to hit me with you know what happened after the Night of the Living Dead? Like, oh my God. Yeah, Benjamin, I do.
The Living Dead returned.
They're back.
That's my description of the return of the Living Dead.
This is like a classic. Like, people,
This is my favorite zombie movie ever.
your favorite ever.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm so excited then.
So it's a 1985 film.
It's 85. Okay.
It's an hour and 31 minutes long.
All right.
It's got a 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
That's really high.
It's rated R.
I would hope it'd be rated R.
So, people in this movie.
Yeah.
Kind of like noteworthy, I guess. James Karen as Frank.
Frank.
I love Frank. He plays Mr. Teague in Poltergeist.
Oh, I've never actually seen Poltergeist. But I've
Yeah, I
heard
know.
it's-
Bob, Poltergeist would make you shit your pants. Because you don't like ghosts.
I don't say that. Don't say it like that. No. Don't tell ghosts I don't like them. It's not that I don't like ghosts. It's
Bob
that
is-
I don't mess with
Bob
ghosts.
is racist
and
towards
ghosts don't
ghosts?
mess with me.
If
No.
if any ghosts are listening through the static of the
No.
airwaves,
It's not that I
Bob's
don't
saying
like you.
fuck you, and this is an open invitation to you to fuck with Bob.
Ben, I swear to God, if I get haunted after this, I'm going to kill you.
Not to me. All the respect.
Oh,
you know.
fucking asshole.
Peace.
Oh, God.
So that's Mr. Teague in Poltergeist.
Okay.
He's a fun character. He's the guy who owns the housing complex area. All right. Tom Matthews as Freddy.
I've yet to know a person you're mentioning.
Well, he plays Tommy Jarvis in the Friday 13th Part 6.
Oh, I might have seen that one. I have no idea.
He's a pretty famous actor.
Okay.
We'll get to him eventually when we watch Friday the 13th.
Nice.
And then last but not least,
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Isn't Tommy Jarvis the dude that's hunting Jason? Isn't that his name?
yeah.
Because oh my God, I just had a moment in my brain. The only reason I know is because of the Friday the 13th game.
Yeah, I know.
'Cause
I was
you can
like, you've
bring-
never seen it.
You can bring Tommy Jarvis in and shoot Jason.
Yeah, that's Tommy.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
All
Sorry
right.
to interrupt.
Last but not least, Linnea Quigley is trash.
It's trash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that.
And she's in a lot of stuff, but one of the things she's in is Samantha and Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers.
Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers?
Yep. I
It-
got a signed picture of Linnea Quigley from that movie.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my. Are we going to watch that? Maybe?
At some point, maybe.
Okay. That sounds insane.
One of the things to know about her, Linnea Quigley,
Sure.
she's a scream queen. Do you know what that is?
No. I had to think, but I don't think I do.
No. So a scream queen is a play on the word like screen queen.
Oh, okay.
So like, famous actress,
Yeah.
except specific to horror films.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's
Uh,
cool.
It's like a title you earn if you're in a bunch of films.
Okay.
She's my favorite scream queen.
Your favorite?
Yeah.
How many are there? Probably a handful.
There's a bunch. It's
Really?
basically female actresses that are in a ton of horror movies that are usually influential or notable.
Okay. Cool.
Then they're just actresses you tend to see over and over and over again. But she's in a bunch of stuff. Anyways, the movie's directed by Dan O'Bannon, who was primarily a writer and is known for contributing to the Alien franchise
Oh, that's pretty rad.
and the movie Dark Star.
Dark Star. Never heard of it.
It's a sci-fi thing.
Yeah, well.
I think it was a Carpenter film?
John Carpenter. Dude, he did so much shit.
Yeah. I could be wrong on that. I looked it up. So this was a while ago that I looked it up.
I mean, yeah, you did these notes a while ago. We were fucking almost done with the board.
Five weeks ago.
Yeah. God, it's been so long.
So the estimated budget of this thing is $4 million.
That's more than that's a pretty good budget
It's decent.
considering last two movies were like 2.5 or something.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
2.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the box office was $14.2 million.
Damn, made $10 million. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Pretty decent. Not like amazing blockbuster, but for a horror movie that's
It's pretty good.
pretty good. Tagline. Ready?
Oh, okay. No way. Don't do this to me.
They're back from the grave and ready to party.
Okay, no. I thought your tagline was just gonna be the description you gave me earlier. I thought they were gonna be the same.
No, that's my custom description.
No, I know, but I thought you had done
which
a funny.
I think it's very funny.
It was okay. I mean, I think you knew I wanted to watch this.
No, I wanted to watch this because I've told you about this movie before.
Yeah, but I've heard really good things about this movie.
Yeah, from me.
Well, not just from you, but from other people too.
Just from me.
Yeah. Just you, Ben.
Just me.
No one else has a good opinion of this movie. Just Benjamin.
No, but like no one else you talk to.
I watch YouTube videos. Okay.
That's what happens when you drink coffee mid-recording. All
That's
right.
very, very funny.
So, the movie is based on John Rousseau's novel Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, interesting.
Rousseau is kind of noteworthy for co-writing with George A. Romero on Night of the Living Dead.
That's cool.
So,
I didn't know that.
You know, like the original zombie movie.
Yeah.
Or at least what we consider zombies.
Yeah.
Those aren't the original zombies. The original zombies are, you know, Haitian
Yeah.
hoodoo zombies. So, like, there's older zombie movies before Night of the Living Dead, like
Yeah.
I Walked with a Zombie or White Zombie, which are...
Aren't those from the 40s?
Yeah.
They're old.
I've seen them.
Really?
They're fun, you know?
Okay.
But I really like old black and white movies.
We've had a very long talk about whether we're going to watch black and white on this show.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do it. I think it'll be fun.
I mean, we'll do it at some point. They're not necessarily scary.
No.
So sometimes they might go on the board. Sometimes it might just be a, let's watch this off the board kind of thing.
Which is cool because I really like, even though Halloween is not that old, it's from the 80s, that movie felt old, but in a really good way,
Yeah.
which was awesome.
And these movies are even older than that. Like, I don't know if I've said this on the podcast already, but I wanted to put Tarantula on the Spiders, but I didn't because it's so old. It's like so cheesy, but it's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Russo co-wrote with George A. Romero on Night of the Living Dead.
Mm-hmm.
But after like filming the movie, the two split ways, and Russo maintained the rights to any titles featuring the words Living Dead, while Romero was free to basically do what he wants with the franchise.
Oh, okay.
So because of that, Romero went on to do what is known as like the Living Dead franchise.
Yeah.
So Night of the Living Dead,
Mm-hmm.
Dawn of the Living Dead, Day of the Living Dead,
Oh, yeah, okay.
those movies. And eventually Russo went on to do these. So Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, okay, so he, like, took some time off before he made this.
Kind of.
Okay.
Again, it's based on his book. So
Oh, that makes sense.
yeah. So because of that, this film is essentially a sequel to Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
So it's if we're looking at a continuity chart, it's Night of the Living Dead, and then it splits off two ways. One of them goes to Dawn of the Dead,
I have no idea
and then
order.
the other way it goes is Return of the Living Dead.
Okay.
So different timeline thing kind of going on.
All right.
Did that make
Interesting.
sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I get it.
Like I said, probably my favorite zombie movie. It also has the zombies I personally think are the scariest.
Oh, no.
That doesn't necessarily mean this movie's very scary, but
Okay.
I find these zombies very scary.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that in the post because I'll
Oh.
let you see them first.
You know, I didn't find Wreck zombies that scary. The only scary part of Wreck was that big-ass demon.
Yeah, I mean, you can find the
Ooh.
monster in a film scary and not the actual film.
Yeah.
That happens.
I worry. I'm kind of scared now because I was really excited and now oh, no.
Again, like I said, I don't think this film's going to be the scariest. I don't think you're going to be screaming. I just think the concept of the zombies in this film are particularly
Okay.
scary, if that makes sense.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
So this film features something called 2,4,5-trioxin,
Oh.
which is developed by the Darrow Chemical Company for the military, and that's a play on the Dow Chemical Company and its development of the 2,4,5-T dioxin, which
What?
was also known as Agent Orange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what is that? That's kind of that's kind of rad, honestly.
Yeah, so it has a reference to Agent Orange in this, which is, anyways, the film is set in Louisville, Kentucky.
I thought so, motherfucker. I thought
That's
this
the
was
one
the
I
one
told you
set-
about, yeah.
No, so I actually knew about this one before you told me about it because this dude that I watch on YouTube, it's like one of his favorite movies, and he was talking about it on one of his streams.
It's me. You've been watching me on YouTube.
It was not you.
Even though it's set in Louisville, Kentucky, it's filmed in Burbank, Sylmar, and downtown Los Angeles.
I mean, yeah, a lot of movies do that nowadays. They'll say it's set somewhere and just film on a soundstage in L.A.
To be honest, you only know it's filmed in Louisville because of like a throwaway line. Like that's where
Really?
it's set. Yeah,
That's really funny. So they don't do any like Louisville things. They don't go to Churchill Downs.
of course not.
They don't like.
No, it was very much a let's choose a location. Ah, yes.
They don't have a whole like Waverly thing because that would be kind of cool.
No one cares about that. You know
know
what
what?
that is because you live here, but
Yeah, you're right.
not like you'd ever go.
You're right. I would fucking. You would have to drag my dead body in there and summon me back from the grave to get me in that place.
All right. You ready for a little fun bit?
Yeah, sure.
2 characters in this film are called Bert and Ernie.
Awesome. I love that. That is a good bit.
All right. I'm going to mention this again. Some of these things I've mentioned are not spoilers per se, but they tell you things about the movie.
Sure.
Like the 2, 4, 5 tracks and thing.
Yeah.
This next one kind of tells you something about the movie, but I'm going to tell you it before the movie, just so you can look out for the signs.
Oh, God.
Ernie, one of the characters,
Yeah.
most likely an escaped Nazi.
He's most likely an escaped Nazi.
Yeah, there's some hints at that, and
Most
O'Bannon,
likely. Okay.
the guy who directed this,
Yeah.
mentions that this was intended in the DVD commentary.
Really? That's
Yeah.
really fucking funny. Okay. Might
And then
be an
I-
escaped Nazi.
I guess the last thing I have to say about this film, and it's always my favorite fun fact about it, is this is where the whole association between zombies and brains comes from.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, have you seen Night of the Living Dead?
Like I said, I think I've seen clips.
Clips. It's the black and white one we see whenever we're watching a
Yeah.
horror
I've seen
movie.
clips of it for sure.
So that one originates the idea of zombies being like these undead things that eat human flesh.
Sure.
Right? That's kind of where it comes from. Although
Yeah.
they're called, I forget what they're called in that movie, like ghouls or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't. Nobody calls them
They're
zombies
never
for a
referred
while.
to as zombies.
Yeah.
It just came about. But anyways, in that movie, they just eat human flesh. In this movie, there's more of a focus on brains. And that's where
it's
that
gonna be gross, isn't
that's
it?
where that whole idea of like zombies eat brains comes from.
Ben, if I watch a zombie scoop out someone's skull from their brain, I might vomit.
But hey,
Don't just shrug
now you
at
know
me.
where that trope comes from. It comes from this movie.
It comes from this thing we're about to watch. Yay.
Yeah. I tried to fit in some fun facts in this beginning intro. I have a couple more that I'll probably put at the end if I remember.
Okay.
Just because there's certain things that I think are really interesting, but I don't want to mention right now.
Okay. All right. I'll make sure to bring it up in post before we start talking about anything. I'll be like, where are your facts, Benjamin?
Oh no, like I'll get to it as we talk through the movie.
Oh,
Like there's certain scenes where I'm like, oh yeah, that happened.
Okay, cool. That works too. Either way.
But yeah, that's all I got. We're only watching the first movie in this franchise today.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of these, aren't there?
There's a couple.
I forgot about that.
I wanted to keep our board kind of short.
Yeah, considering how long it's
Didn't wa-
goddamn been.
Didn't want to do another like double or triple spot.
I was about to say we hit a double, then we hit a triple.
Yeah.
What, you got a quadruple somewhere hidden in here I don't know about?
It was this one?
It's a 4.
Surprise!
Ben, we started late. If you told me you were watching 4 movies, I might just tell you to go home.
No, it's there's
Yeah, forever.
there's a couple movies in this franchise. I like them. Some of them are better than others, but I decided not to put them on this
I mean,
square.
do you need to watch, like, are they connected at all other than the fact that they're all set in the same universe?
They're not really super connected. That's why I didn't put it on here.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
we
yeah.
didn't have to watch it, so I didn't want to put it on.
Okay, I thought so. I just was wondering.
So that's all I got.
All
I
right.
guess you ready to go watch this zombie movie?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go, Benjamin. We'll finish off zombies next week. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
Down to 1. Oh, God.
All
Goodbye.
right. We'll see you after the movie.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, we're back from the Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, it's our return. We're the Living Dead.
Yeah,
And you know what? Living Dead makes so much more sense now.
'cause they're alive. 'Cause, you
Though
know,
they're actually alive in this one, and not just a bunch of fucking corpse zombie things.
well, that's technically
Well, they're
But they
dead, but
are.
they're not, though.
no. They're technically dead.
Yeah, well, whatever.
All right. So
Anyway.
I guess you want to describe what happens in the movie.
Yeah, go for
So-
it. I'm very interested, even though I just watched it.
I mean, it opens up at You Need a Supply Co.
Which you mentioned is a funny name. It sounds like Acme. It's like Acme levels
Yeah,
of ridiculous.
But it's You Need a We Gotta.
it's so fucking ridiculous.
It's such a cool name for like a supply company,
It's absurd.
especially a medical supply company.
Yeah.
But it's this big warehouse place, and you see Freddy, who's
Yeah.
Tom Matthews' character. He's getting trained by Frank,
Basically, how to be a good employee at this You Need a Supply Co. place.
brand new employee, and their boss Bert has just left.
Yeah, fucking Bert.
So Frank is trying to be the cool
supervisor.
the cool supervising employee. He's trying to show like the new guy the ropes and kind of be hip.
Even though he's way too old.
So he's pointing out all the things like the skeletons. He's like, all skeletons come from India.
Yeah, just a bunch of like it's like how when you work at the place we work, people tell you what's in the poop boxes.
Yeah,
People go, you know what's in there? Poop. So he's like, you know where skeletons come from? India.
That's actually kind of true when this movie came out.
Yeah.
Basically, all skeletons came from India.
Which is a bit absurd, to be honest. That's a weird place to get all of your skeletons.
Well, it has to do with the legalities of being able to ship bodies from those countries and also being able to more easily dig up graves and steal them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a time period where I looked into it. There was a time period where India was really popular for skeletons, and then China. And right now we're kind of at a deficit right now because both countries have created laws against grave robbing because it became such a big issue.
Interesting. Weird.
Yeah. But eventually, Freddy asked Frank, like, "Hey, what's the craziest thing you've seen here?" And Frank starts talking about how, the movie Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Well, it's true, but they took some artistic liberties.
Sure.
And basically what he says is, yeah, there was zombies, but it happened at like a VA hospital.
Yeah.
This chemical, 2,4,5-trioxin, that was being made for the military to be sprayed on marijuana plants, basically got into the hospital, got into the ground, got into the corpses
in the morgue,
and they all came to life.
Yep.
And eventually, the military got them, shoved the corpses in tanks, all the contaminated dirt and stuff.
Yep.
And
basically, the government cleaned it up the first time.
Yeah, and they tried to ship them to like a secure facility,
which did not happen.
It mostly happened, except
secure. You mean the basement of Unita Supply Club?
They shipped them to a secure facility. Some of the barrels got lost and got delivered to Unita Supply Co., where they've just been sitting there.
Yep, Bert's been sitting on them.
They've been sitting there for years, and Frank's like, "Yeah,
check these bad boys out.
Check these bad boys out." He brings Freddy to the basement. They're looking through. There's like a little peephole on top.
Oh God!
You can see a corpse inside.
A mummified corpse, basically. Like it's all taut and like dry looking.
Because it's locked in this airtight container. And Freddy's like, "Are you sure these things are like airtight, like it won't leak or anything?" And Frank's like, "Yeah, these babies were built by the Army Corps of Engineers." And he smacks it, and immediately just gas starts pouring out. And
everywhere.
That's the intro credit song as you see the gas go up into the
air vents
and go into. They essentially have a cold area.
Yeah, where they keep corpses that they sell.
Where they keep bodies.
Yeah.
And you see one of them start to shake. At this point, we cut to the rest of our characters.
Yeah, the fucking punk rock people.
Yeah, which are...
There's a bunch of them.
Suicide.
Yeah.
Scuzz.
Trash.
Spider.
Chuck.
Casey. Tina.
That's all of them.
Yeah.
That is all of them, I think.
And they're all friends. They don't look like they should all be
Some
friends.
of them should not be friends. Like, I don't know why Chuck is ever there or Casey. Like, I don't know how they ended up there.
Basically, some of them look more normal.
Some of them are pretty fucking punk rock.
But to be honest,
awesome.
They're Bob's kind of people.
You know what? Listen, man.
He really likes Suicide. He's got like
Suicide.
this. He's got this mouth.
He was
ring.
my least favorite one. Can I be real?
Really?
Yeah. He was fine.
No, he's got this mouth ring, and it's got a chain that goes from his mouth to his ear.
Ugh. Yeah, he was fine. I mean, I don't know. He looked well. I don't know. What was his name? Oh my God, the one that was the one that was with Spider in the chapel that got
Scuzz.
I like Scuzz. I don't know why.
Scuzz.
He thought he was funny.
But they're driving, and Tina, one of them, is dating Freddy. So they're waiting for Freddy to get off of work, which isn't going to happen until 10.
Yeah, so they're trying to find some place to hang out.
And they see the cemetery right across the street, which is best name ever, Resurrection Cemetery.
Yeah.
And they break in.
Start hanging out.
Start
smoking, partying.
During which time, Trash starts describing like the worst way possible to die,
which she describes as being eaten alive by old men.
Yes, and of course the experience is turning her on.
Of course, and it's weird.
It's real weird. She's getting really turned on in the graveyard. So she starts dancing naked.
Yep.
On the tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
It's
very 80s. I'm gonna be real. This movie reeks of the 80s, and it's kind of awesome.
And while that's happening,
oh God.
Frank and Freddy have woken up in the basement.
Yeah, they got knocked out by that noxious gas.
They go check in the container. The body's gone because they're like, oh, it's melted all the way.
Yeah, it
when it hit
basically
the air.
It oxidized and putrefied.
We
instantly.
see.
Yeah, which is fucking gross, by the way. It's so grotesque watching it basically turn to jelly.
Yeah, it just instantly putrefies.
It's so gross.
But they're coughing and wheezing and kind of
not doing
up,
great.
And they climb their way up the stairs and they're like, what do we do? Because immediately they hear whimpering.
Yeah. So something that we kind of skipped over. They don't only sell stuff for human medical supplies. They sell stuff for vets.
It's general medical supplies.
Medical supplies. I didn't know that vets required dog cadavers.
It's not a dog cadaver. So they have split dogs.
Yeah.
Which it's essentially a dog corpse that's been split in half.
And then mounted on a thing for people to examine.
And then mounted so that you can see its insides.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Really cool.
But they hear whimpering because one of them's alive and
Yeah,
panting.
it's come to life. It's fucking gross.
They freak out, and then they hear screaming from
Coming
the ice
from the
room.
freezer. Oh.
And at this point, Frank is like, "Oh,
Like, we fucked up.
we fucked up."
It's fucked. Yeah,
It's
I mean,
fucked.
it's pretty fucked, but
and
still.
this starts the beginning of Frank starts crying the rest of the movie.
Frank does not stop crying and or convulsing for the rest of this film.
And I think it's such an interesting thing that he was really trying to show off.
Yeah, he
That's
was
why
really
this all
trying to be
happened.
cool.
He was trying to be cool. And you get to see, like, this is what Frank's like. He's just freaking out.
He is tweaking.
But, Freddy's like, all right, what do we do? Who do we call? It's like, why don't we call that number on the side of the container? The army.
Yeah.
And Frank's like, we don't want the army snooping around here.
Exactly. Frank's like, no fucking way, not in my house. So who do they call?
They call Bert.
They call Bert.
And I really like it because, the whole time, Frank's freaking out.
Oh, Frank does not know what to do.
And then he's like, shut up. And he picks up the phone. He's like, hey, Bert, we have an issue.
Yeah.
But before we continue with our description of what happens,
Yeah.
did you
fact.
understand
Oh.
why they didn't want to call the army?
Yeah, I
And-
think so.
Why?
Pretty sure, like, a lot of the stuff they're doing is maybe illegal. Well,
Yeah.
not illegal, but illegal. Like, a lot of the stuff they're selling should not be on the market.
Oh, no, that's all perfectly legal.
Oh, really?
That's not the issue.
Is it the skeletons?
No, that's perfectly legal. That's how we get our skeletons.
Is it? Do they have drugs somewhere? that I
Oh,
don't know
no,
about?
no. Bob, you're thinking this.
Oh, really?
Tax evasion.
Oh, they don't pay their taxes?
There's probably some weird book stuff, yeah. That's why
Oh.
they don't want the government snooping around.
Oh,
there.
that makes sense
That's
too.
why
yeah.
they still have the canisters. They didn't want to call the army and return them.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Because they're doing bookie stuff. No, all that shit we see is legal, Bob.
Oh, okay.
You're
I don't know,
like,
man.
Is it illegal? No.
Well, I just don't know.
It's a
They
legal
could have
business.
they could have some secret under the table side stuff going on. I don't know.
Well, they
about.
probably do, but it's probably just with like tax evasion and stuff.
I
That's why
mean,
they
you
don't want
see
the-
Bert? He looks like shady. He looks shady.
He looks like a shady '80s guy.
He does.
But yeah, that's why they don't want the army sniffing around. It's why they don't call them immediately. It's why they kept those canisters for years
God,
and threw them in the basement. It's like, we don't want people coming around thinking.
yeah, don't fuck with those. Jesus.
Which I think is where we should say. If you ever get a canister of dead bodies that says, hey, property of the army, please call.
Please return it.
Please return it.
Just give it back.
But yeah, Bert ends up coming down.
Yeah, Bert comes back. He's like, "What the fuck did you effers mess up?"
And eventually they come up with the plan to deal with the situation themselves.
Yeah.
Which involves they've locked the cadaver in the ice room.
Which it's already locked in there. Like it was
wasn't.
shut.
They locked it.
Yeah, they made sure it was like lock though.
And Bert's like, all right. He hands a pickaxe
To Frank.
to Frank because they figured out, all right, how do we deal with the zombies in the movie? You destroy their brains.
Yeah, they're going off Night of the Living Dead standards here.
Yeah. And he gives a pickaxe to Frank, which is really funny because Frank is like
Frank does not want it.
tense and just crying. And then he takes Freddy and puts him in front of the door. He's like, you open it, Freddy. Be a man. And then he runs and hides behind a shelf like 20 feet away.
Jesus Christ.
And then they open the door.
Dude, so why? First of all, a lot of nudity in this movie that I was not. Well, I expected it, but it was a lot more than I expected. This dude comes flying out of there, right?
Yeah.
This zombie. He's fully like yellow.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's so gross looking.
It's because he was pale because
Is
he's
it-
dead.
Yeah, sure.
And then he's kind of old. And also he's probably been embalmed.
Oh,
So
it's
just-
jaundice.
Yeah. Kind
That
of
makes
stuff.
sense. Okay.
Yeah. But
So this naked yellow zombie man comes running out.
running out. Frank doesn't stop him because Frank is
Frank doesn't know what to do.
freaking out, not feeling good. And it runs and tackles Bert.
Yep.
And they rip him off him. Now, this is where I want to bring up another thing. Because
Okay.
I don't think you picked up on it. You
Sure.
got there eventually. If you notice, the zombie runs past Frank and Freddy and runs straight to Bert.
I did not notice that.
Do
I
you
didn't
know
really
why?
think about it. No.
They're already dead.
Oh, that makes so much more sense. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about
So
that.
they get sprayed by gas and they're like, we passed out for a while. Like
Yeah.
a couple hours. They died. That gas is toxic. 2,4,5-trioxin.
Yeah.
Toxic as hell. They
Instantly
died
killed
for
them.
a couple hours, instantly killed them, and they come back to life.
And
That's
they just assume
also
they're
why,
fine.
when they look in the tank, Tarman's out, the zombie,
Oh.
and it didn't eat them
Yeah.
because they're already dead.
That's crazy. That's such a small little thing I hadn't really thought about.
Yeah.
That's cool. Wow. Huh.
But yeah, back to what's happening.
That also explains why it takes so long for everything to happen
Yeah.
with them because
for them,
Yeah,
because they're
that
not
makes
a
sense.
target, because they're not live.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. Like everything else, like they don't turn.
No.
Rigor mortis sets in.
Yeah,
and
they
then
just died.
Yeah. Okay.
They're pretty fresh.
That makes sense. Interesting. That's why they're fine for a while.
Mhm.
Huh. Anyway,
Bob's learning new things.
I just thought I just think it's cool.
They're holding the zombie down, and
Pickaxe.
Bert grabs the pickaxe, slams it into the head.
Nothing.
There's a pause, and then the zombie keeps screaming because it's been screaming the whole time.
Oh, it's like yelling.
And I think this is such a good scene because it reveals the fact that you can't just destroy the head
Yeah.
or the brain
Yep.
and they die. No,
It's so.
they keep going,
Ugh, ugh, gross.
and so they're freaking out.
So then,
Bert grabs a bone saw,
Yeah.
chops the thing's head off.
nothing.
Nothing. Its body stands up.
Yep. Starts running around.
freaking out.
It's awesome.
They eventually tackle the body down.
Yep.
And cut into itty bitty pieces.
Yep. So something that's really cool here. I don't know if you're really paying attention. Whatever they used for the body, the middle of it looked so fucking gross.
It was just flabby.
But like I'm talking like so when he cut his head off, the neck, this part of the neck that was exposed,
Yeah.
gray, goopy, gross.
Yeah, it was just kind of like old meat.
Yeah, it looked fucking. This movie has a lot of practical zombies, practical.
It's all
like,
practical. There's
it
no
looks-
CG.
Well, there is the end. That's not. There's no way that wasn't CG.
That wasn't CG. That was mini stuff.
Was that minis?
Yeah, that was miniature. We'll get to it, but yeah, that was miniature stuff.
That looked like CG. I thought it was
It's
CG.
1985, Bob. That wasn't CG.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wild. I thought it was CG. Anyway, everything in this movie looks really good. All the practical stuff, all of like, I think that thing with Scuzz in the chapel looked fucking crazy. All of the, oh god, there's so many like half corpses in this movie or half zombies where it's like, or like they're just missing parts or full on. We'll get to it, but that full on skeleton later, that thing looked awesome.
Yeah.
That was all. I just want to talk about how good the practicals look.
All right, but anyways, they cut into little pieces. And they're like, "What do we do now?" And they come up with the idea to go across the street where there's the mortuary for Resurrection Cemetery.
Yep.
And it's owned by this guy Ernie.
God
and
damn
Bert's
it.
like, I know Ernie for like 25 years.
He'll do anything for me.
He'll not do anything, but
He'll
like,
do whatever.
He'll
I
do
need
me
him
a favor.
Yeah, basically.
Because I've known him long enough, and they're buds. And so they bring over the body on a stretcher. They have all the little pieces in bags. And
Yeah.
they're moving around.
Oh, it's so gross.
They get there, and Bert's trying to sell him. He's like, "Yeah, we
Oh,
got rabid weasels in these bags."
We got rabid weasels in the mail. They weren't supposed to be rabid, I swear. It's so funny. And Ernie's just like going with it for a minute. He's like,
He's
well, if you got rabid
confused.
weasels, you just take them up back and shoot them. I don't see why you got to throw them
Well,
in
he's
my
like,
fucking...
"Take him to the pound,
Yeah.
or shoot him."
Yeah.
And, Bert's like, "No, we can't
No,
just
no,
shoot
we
him.
have
That's
to
not gonna
burn
work.
'em."
Let's burn him. You got an incinerator."
Yeah.
And, that goes back and forth for a while until
Ernie
Ernie's
gives
like,
up.
"Dude,
He's
you
like,
got to show me.
yeah, show
whatever
me what's
this
in the
is."
bag.
They pull out a hand on an arm.
Yeah.
It immediately grabs Ernie.
Yep.
Tears his pant leg off.
He's wearing
mostly
half
off.
shorts for the rest of the movie.
He's wearing half shorts for the rest of the movie. This gets him to agree.
Oh, yeah. He's like, okay, yeah, you can burn that.
Yeah, you owe me a favor, Bert, but I'll do it.
Yeah.
And then they take all the little body parts to the incinerator.
Yep, burn them up.
Burn them up. And this is where we see something very cool happen.
See, I would have thought the credits would have rolled there.
Really?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I
Oh.
don't know.
Well, they burn up basically the one corpse they have, the one zombie in the
Yeah,
movie
the one
so
zombie
far.
they've seen and or interacted with.
And we see a plume of smoke get released out of
So
the
much
chimney.
smoke.
It hits the clouds in the sky and causes the acid rain
Yep.
that rains down on the cemetery.
And everywhere else, for that matter.
And we get to see this really cool scene where the water starts dripping into the soil and goes down through the soil, through some rotted wood, and then starts dripping on like a person's
On
leg
corpses,
in a
yeah.
coffin. But yeah, so this rain's acid rain,
Yeah,
essentially.
because Trash is naked. And
Trash
she
is
keeps
still
screaming,
naked.
like, it burns,
Oh,
because
they're
it's
all
burning
screaming
her
that,
skin.
but
yeah,
especially Trash. They run to their car,
which is a
the people
convertible.
who are in the cemetery.
Yeah.
There's no windows because Suicide's busted them out.
Yep.
It's not starting. There's a hole in the roof of the convertible.
Yeah. So it's a whole thing.
And then they start to hear noise coming from the cemetery.
Lots of noise.
And Bob, I don't think he realized what it was at first.
Nope, I did not know what it was. Because, like, so after the rain happens and it shows them in the car, it cuts back to the cemetery, and it's like a POV shot of, like, something, like, walking over the gravestone.
Well, it's just the camera.
Yeah, just the camera, like, walking through gravestones. And I thought there was music playing in the background. But I was like, then you're like, you hear that? I'm like, yeah, it sounds like the beat to some rad music.
Nah, it was just moaning and people banging on their
Hanging on coffins trying to get out, which was wild.
But But anyways, the group runs back into the cemetery.
Yeah, which is the dumbest thing they could have done.
And, well, they needed cover from the acid rain, Bob.
Yeah. Well,
So they run to one of the mausoleums, and they're hiding underneath it.
Yep.
And it's at this point, things start coming out of the ground.
Yep. Shit starts coming. This is the skeleton, I think.
Yeah,
comes up
one
here.
of them pops out, and it's just a skeleton.
Skeleton with full-on eyeballs
With
still
full-on
intact.
eyeballs.
With the rest of it, not there. Super cool practical.
Yeah, it was like from 1895 or something. It was
Really?
old, yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, everything starts coming from the ground, and everyone scatters.
Yeah. Casey and Chuck run off one way.
Yeah, Casey.
Well, no.
No.
Hold on.
Basically,
You're right.
everyone
skipped
starts
going
running
to,
to
Supply Co. the first
Unita
time.
Supply Co.
Yeah.
because they know that Tina's there because she left earlier to go pick up Freddy
Because it's past 10 o'clock.
because it's past 10
Because she asked Spider what time it was, and Spider said it's about 10.
The only person who doesn't go that way is Trash.
Yep.
No, Trash goes with them.
That's what I'm saying. We skipped this. This happens
Yeah.
before they go to the mausoleum.
Trash goes with them.
Everyone goes to this Unita Supply Co. for the first time.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah, because then they run back because
Yeah, I guess when there's the hole in the roof of the car,
they just
everyone
go
runs
inside.
to Unita Supply Co.
Yeah.
to go check on Tina and Freddy. And when they get there, they hear Tina screaming in the basement
Yep. Oh god. This might be the freakiest looking zombie in the whole movie.
because Tina went down into the basement. She was looking around, and then she gets attacked by Tarman.
Yeah, the dude that was in the bucket.
Yeah, he's all melted and bony and gross.
He's grotesque. She tries going up the stairs. Stairs break.
And he talks so cool.
He does. His
Like-
voice is really good.
Brains.
He,
More brains.
he does sound like that. That's a good impression.
But she ends up hiding in a locker,
Yeah.
and Bob's like, "Oh, look, she's safe."
For now. I said for now. Don't quote me on she's
She's
safe. I
safe.
said she's safe for now.
And you just see Tarman reach up and grab a piece of chain
Yep.
and tie it around the handles of the locker and starts using a crank to rip the doors open.
Yeah.
And Bob, what were you thinking when you saw that?
Oh, they're fucked. That's what I thought in my head. I went, oh, everyone in this movie's fucked. The zombies are too smart.
Yeah, it's the first reveal that the zombies are kind of smart.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that spin on zombies, especially after the last zombie movie we watched, you know?
Yeah, where they're just
thi-
like running and screaming.
Yeah, I mean, they did that a lot in this movie too, but it was a lot more, well, we'll get to it, but the zombies are a lot smarter than I give them credit for, to be honest.
Fair.
They do some really funny shit.
All the people come down the stairs to Albertina.
Yeah.
Suicide's leading the
So-
way.
Sorry, but I do want to talk about this. I think the shot, the way they decided to do the shot for this was really cool. Like the fact that, so they come down the stairs, and it's a shot of Suicide coming down the stairs to everybody else, because they're figuring out they're
Yeah, it's looking up the stairs.
up the stairs. So he gets to the bottom. He's looking at the chain. He looks at the chain going to the door, and then looks to the left. And you expect to just be revealed Tarman pulling the crank, but there's a blanket in the way,
Yeah,
which they
sheet.
pull away to reveal Tarman, which is just a cool small little thing that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Because it would have been cheap to just cut to Tarman, but they gave the little blanket of like you know what I mean? Like it was like
you
sort
weren't
of
expecting it.
like a showmanship thing, which I thought was fun.
But yeah, then Tarman immediately mauls
yeah.
Suicide's head
Like
off,
fully bites his noggin.
which kind of sucks.
Yeah, because I wish he'd stuck around more.
Suicide's cool.
He's just. I thought it was really funny when he was in the cemetery and Trash was like horny, trying to have sex with him. He was like, "I'm a lot more than they think I am." Like he was trying to be deep while Trash was trying to bone him, and it was very very funny.
Do you think I just wear these for appearances?
Yeah, bro. I was like, "You're being an edgelord. Calm down."
I like Suicide. But anyways, they all run upstairs and barricade
Yeah, Tarman in the
Tarman
basement.
in the basement, which is why they all run back to the cemetery. They hide under one of the mausoleums.
Yeah.
And then they see all the zombies coming up.
So then they freak out.
Then
and
we're
they
back
split.
to where we were talking about.
Yeah.
And everyone splits.
Casey and Chuck head to Unita.
Yeah, they head back to Unita because they're being chased by a shit ton of zombies.
A lot.
Tina, Spider,
Scuzz.
and Scuzz run to the mortuary.
Yep. Start banging on the door.
And
Trash
Trash,
goes the other way.
she just gets lost in the cemetery.
She literally hits the biggest puddle I've ever seen in my life. A small pond, mayhaps.
Well,
Trips into the mud and gets demolished.
yeah, she just gets surrounded. Now, I think it's interesting to note here that she isn't running fast, and she's like, I don't have my shoes, which
Yeah.
sounds weird. Because, again, she's naked still. But
Still completely naked.
I think part of that is everything's acid rain that apparently burns.
Yeah.
She's walking through puddles barefoot.
Yep. That probably fucking hurts.
Yeah, it's probably not fun.
Because there was no water in the cemetery before the rain started, and this looks like a small pond. This is a lot of water.
But,
Yep.
basically, Chuck and Casey, they barricade themselves in Unita.
Yeah.
And
They
we don't
try to use
focus
the
on them
phone.
for a while.
A zombie smashes through the window.
Yeah, they're basically locked out of the office, so they just lock themselves in the warehouse area.
Yeah.
And we leave them for a while, and
For
we
a
focus
while.
on the mortuary where Freddy, Frank,
Scuzz,
Scuzz,
Spider,
Bert,
and Ernie
Bert and Ernie, and Tina are all at
all
now.
hanging out.
And, Ernie lets the three of them in.
Yeah.
He's like, "Are you on PCP?"
Yeah, he's like, "Are you fucking drugged out of your mind?" And Spider's like, "No, we're not on fucking drugs, asshole. Just let us
No,
in."
there's people coming out of the ground in the cemetery. We're not on drugs, I swear.
Yeah, very convincing.
He does let him in though,
He does.
which is nice.
Points his gun at him, threatens to shoot him, doesn't do it. I thought he might have, actually. I thought he was going to shoot him.
But they basically describe what's happening, and Ernie and Bert are like, "Oh,
Looks like
you said they're screaming corpses?"
Yeah, looks like we caused the problem.
Because at this point, the only zombie they've seen is the
Is the one they
cadaver,
killed.
which was screaming the whole time. So when they say there's corpses screaming in the cemetery, it's what keeps them in. Which I think is a fun little note.
It is.
But basically, they start barricading all the doors and stuff. But they they don't start barricading all the doors. They
Yeah.
call paramedics
Yeah, because
to check on Bert. No, Frank and Freddy.
Frank and Freddy, and also to get some help.
Yeah.
Because they're like freaking out. Because throughout the course of the movie, Frank and Freddy have slowly been getting more pale and looking worse.
Yeah, and they're shaking.
And they're shivering. And I swear to God, Frank is convulsing in every scene you see him. He's
still crying.
He's also still crying. That's still happening.
But the paramedics get there, I think, before the rest of the teens show up in the mortuary.
Well, no one else shows up at the mortuary.
Wait, the 3 teens, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the paramedics get there before the
The teens do. And
before it all kicks off. Yeah. Because they call them because I think they tell them they've been poisoned.
yeah, they had been.
And then the medics show up and they the medics show up and they ask, "What did they ingest?" And Bert goes, "I don't know. Some chemical down in that basement." And then
No,
they go,
he says, "Some chemical. I don't know where. It was in a canister."
yeah.
He doesn't even admit it's in his basement.
No,
which
he
I
will
think
not.
It's great.
I mean, why would you?
But yeah, the examiners are examining him, and they're like, "You don't have a pulse.
Yeah, no
Or
heartbeat, no
heartbeat.
blood pressure.
You're 70 degrees, so room temperature.
Yeah.
You're legally dead, but you're conscious, so
Yeah.
you're not dead. We're not gonna say dead."
Not yet.
And they go out to get stretchers.
Yeah, where they get assaulted
They get brained
by a
stuff.
lot of undead people.
I think this is when the 3 teenagers come inside.
Maybe. I don't remember. This movie is a blur sometimes. Somewhat. I don't
Yeah,
know.
basically they all barricade themselves in.
Yeah.
They're freaking out. More paramedics come.
Yeah.
They get
So,
mauled.
the cool thing
At this point, one of the zombies goes into the paramedics
Yeah.
van and is like, gets on the radio and is like,
more paramedics, please.
"Send more paramedics."
It's so cool to me that the zombies are intelligently like basically trapping or baiting people into coming to them so they don't have to hunt them down to get brains.
They're just normal people.
Yeah, they're straight up just normal dudes.
Like
It's kind of rad.
intelligence-wise. I think this is also where it's interesting to note that once the zombies start eating brains,
Yeah.
they stop screaming.
Yeah, they stop being like moaning because they're not in pain anymore.
Well, that's where we get the reveal here is
Yeah.
when they're barricading in the mortuary,
Specifically the chapel.
they're trying to board up one of the windows.
And one of the
Scuzz gets grabbed
Yeah, Scuzz gets grabbed by a
by
pretty
this old rotten lady.
old rotten lady who's from the stomach up.
No, they pull her in. They pull Scuzz in. It pulls in the zombie with him,
Yeah.
and they chop the zombie in half.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah.
I thought that she came in like that.
No,
Mm.
they chop her like spine in half. So she's
Ugh.
just spine up
Yeah.
with no like pelvis or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Scuzz is dead.
Yeah, Scuzz, they leave him in the chapel.
You said you liked the effects on that.
It looks cool.
There's like teeth marks scraped into his skull.
Yeah, and also I'm talking about like the blood spray from that was insane. It was really
yeah, there's
really
like
cool.
a little geyser of blood coming out of his head when he gets bit.
He like covers one of the walls in the chapel.
But they managed to like board back up the board, and they put her on a pike so they can maneuver her into the mortuary room
Yeah.
so that Ernie's
essentially like, I want to study these things.
well, yeah, he wants to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So they strap her down, and Ernie starts interrogating her.
Yeah. And she
And-
starts talking.
She starts talking
Like
back.
full on talking. But you know what it is? I just realized she probably got smarter because she ate some of
She just ate
Scuzz's
some
noggin.
brains. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think about that.
And they go back and forth, and basically it's revealed that they eat brains because it helps the pain go away.
Because they're basically just literally living, walking, rotting people
And they're like, we can feel ourselves rotting,
from the inside.
and it hurts.
Which is what, so this is such a cool thing. Like, it's so small. When the movie starts, or when they first meet Ernie, sorry, he's like talking to Bert about the signs of rigor mortis and what happens during rigor mortis. When he asks Freddy what his pain was like, he describes all of the symptoms of rigor mortis perfectly.
Yeah. That
Because-
happens a little bit from now.
Yeah. It's so cool because, like, basically, Ernie's like, rigor mortis starts in the brain. Like, the brain is the first thing to go. And when he asked Freddy, hey, how did you feel when you woke up? He said, I had a pounding headache.
Yep.
And then he describes all all the symptoms going down to the last one.
Yep. And
Super cool.
When they eventually look at Freddy, he has a big bruise on his back from laying down where the blood pools.
Yep, which is something that Ernie had talked about earlier on in the film when he was moving a corpse around.
But yeah, it's at this point they decide to move Bert and Ernie into
to the chapel because they're afraid they might turn and accidentally eat someone.
Yeah, and they lock Tina in there with them.
Well, no. They don't lock Tina in there. Tina refuses to leave.
Right, so they lock Tina in there with him.
They do.
So they lock Tina in there
They
with
do,
him.
but I just want to preface, not because she didn't want to. She chose to stay in there like a crazy person.
So they lock Tina in there with him.
They do.
Yeah.
I just wanted to preface that because it's insane.
And they're trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, like where to go, how to get help, whatever.
And, they're kind of figuring stuff out. And then
A little bit.
We cut
A
to
little
Tina.
bit. Yeah.
She gets attacked by
Freddy.
Freddy.
Freddy finally fully turns.
Yeah.
So I thought what was cool about that was I thought she was going to die, first of all. I thought she was fucked. When it like cut to them and he was laying there like, I think he says, I finally see. I finally realize what will help me feel better. And he's like, brains. And then like they do this a couple times. There's a cool slow-mo effect they do.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Slow-mo.
It's slow-mo, but like they use it in a really interesting way to like deflect the attack from Freddy onto Tina. Or like
I guess.
Tina like uses it. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just a strange effect that I really like. That's all.
Fair.
The slow-mo they did was cool. Also the end slow-mo was funny.
But they rescue Tina.
Yeah.
They splashed like acid.
Because they were talking about how to get rid of the corpses. Like we can't burn them because that went bad last time.
Well, they decide the only way to destroy the corpses is by burning them. They have to completely destroy them.
Yeah, but then Ernie's like, "Well, I got some fucking nitric acid, bro."
Because they can't burn all the corpses. There's hundreds of them.
Yeah, there's so many.
But they have nitric acid. So
When they open
a
the
small
door,
jar, they throw it.
right into Freddy's eyes.
Yep.
They throw nitric acid in his eyes to get him off of Tina and shut the door.
Right. And it's at this point Ernie breaks his foot.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. How the fuck did that happen?
I think he accidentally has stuff slam on his foot
Okay, that
when
makes
they're
sense.
trying to like move a pew and stuff.
That you know what? That makes sense when they're moving the pews in the chapel and shit. That tracks. Those things
So,
are heavy. You
they
ever
all-
moved a pew?
They're heavy.
They're heavy as fuck.
But yeah, they retreat to the embalming room.
I think it's what he calls it, the embalming room. It has steel shutters on the windows and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Which,
pretty tanky.
You noticed
Pretty
all
nice.
all the windows in his house have
in the
shutters
mortuary.
and stuff on
Don't
them.
say his house. I don't know if
No.
he lives there.
Oh, he definitely lives there. He definitely lives
Okay.
there.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, all the windows on the mortuary have shutters and stuff on them, which I guess kind of makes sense for grave robbers and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
But the shutters in the embalming room are all steel.
Steel. The only place without shutters, I think, is the chapel.
But he
'cause
says the outsides of them are boarded up.
boarded up. Yeah.
We've established this. Ernie's totally a Nazi.
Oh yeah, Ernie's a Nazi for sure.
I think the reason he has like shutters and stuff on all his windows is because people might be trying to steal bodies. But also, it's so he doesn't get grabbed.
You really think they go for Ernie? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
There's that I forget what it's called. It's not a big deal anymore because basically all the Nazis are dead now.
yeah.
But there was that special ops team that Jesus, what's it called?
the government.
No,
I don't know what you're going for here.
it's not Jerusalem. What's that country? Jesus Christ.
Israel?
Yeah, Israel had a spec ops team
Oh, I didn't know
that would
that.
basically go and abduct Nazis.
I did not know that. That's fucking crazy. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess if he's worried about an Israeli special ops team coming to steal him, he should have metal shutters on all of his windows.
That was my thought process when I saw that.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
But basically, they come up with the plan that Spider and Ernie are gonna go outside and get a car.
Bert. Ernie can't leave.
I said Ernie.
But
Oh,
it's
Bernie.
Bert.
Yeah, Spider and Bert are gonna go outside and get a car because while they've been doing all this, police showed up and got eaten.
Yeah. Because a fucking cop car showed up. And then they died. Then a zombie came over the radio and went, "Send more cops." So more cops showed up. Well, that hasn't
That
happened
hadn't
yet.
happened
But
yet,
yeah,
Bob. You keep jumping.
I'm jumping around a lot. This movie's very long.
It wasn't very long.
It
Like
felt
an hour and a
long.
half.
It felt long because I feel like, well, we'll get to it. But yeah, trying to jump around anymore.
But Bert and Spider are gonna go outside, and Ernie and Tina have to stay inside because Tina's freaking out.
Tina does not know what to do.
Ernie has a broken foot.
Yeah,
And I guess the plan is to get the car, drive it up to the door,
and then have
and
them
then
get
have
in
them get in. When Bert and Spider get in the car, that doesn't happen. There's zombies all over it.
everywhere.
They pull up to the door. There's tons of zombies on it, and they drive away.
Yeah, because Ernie opens the door and then instantly shuts it because there's no way he's getting in that car.
And Tina's freaking out inside because she's like, "They left us," and Ernie's like, "They had to." And
Yeah, he's being reasonable about the situation. I feel.
so they end up retreating to the
Udita.
attic
Oh, I was gonna go to that.
Oh,
but
yeah, I know. But eventually, Ernie and Tina end up retreating to the attic.
Because Freddy escapes and is blinded.
But he makes his way into the...
Because he can smell their brains.
He can
which
smell
is-
their brains, so he makes his way into the mortuary.
Yeah.
But they're hiding in the attic, so they're okay, kind of,
For now.
for now. They barricaded the attic door, but he's trying to get in.
He keeps screaming about how much Tina means to him and how much he loves her and how much he wants to eat her delicious brains.
Because she loves her.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to Bird and Spider, they drive over down the street out of the cemetery.
Yeah, they break down the other door that they hadn't come through yet.
And they're driving down the street, and there's just a wave of zombies running towards
so
them.
many.
And so they swerve out of the way and end up driving into the UNITA building.
Yep.
They like drive into the side of it. They get out, run inside. Casey and Chuck let them in. And they're trying to figure out, all right, what do we do?
So, like, Spider's like, yo, the fucking car is total, man. This place is fucked. Like, what do you want us to do? And Bert's like, it's fine. Mine and Frank's cars are still out there. And then you hear an explosion, and he goes, never mind. So fucking funny.
Yep.
It's so good how they deal with that problem.
But yeah, they're trying to figure out what to do. And Bert's like, we'll call the police.
Yeah.
And of course, Casey and
cops.
Chuck are like, the phone in the office doesn't work.
Because there's a zombie on top of it. And he
Bert's
ripped
like-
it out of the wall.
All right, well, there's a phone in the basement. And then all three of them are like, don't go in the basement. There's a
There's
thing down there.
A tar man in the basement.
Bert's like, I don't care. And he grabs a baseball bat and he's like, I'm going to knock his block off.
Yeah, which is very funny. Because I think something he learned from Freddy is they can be blinded.
Like, can be hurt.
Yeah, but like,
I think it's just a good scene because it's the first time Bert's actually stepping up and doing some stuff.
it's the first time anyone's actually like trying to fight them. In like,
Well, no, they tried earlier.
well, yeah, I mean,
Ernie
like,
shot a couple of them.
yeah, Ernie
There was
shot
that
a lot of
weird
bullets.
zombie that didn't have any arms or legs except for one arm.
That one was fucking weird.
But yeah, they open the door to the basement. Tarman runs out.
Yeah.
Bert knocks its head
Oh,
off.
straight up like blows his noggin off.
But they make it downstairs. They lock the door.
Yep.
You see
Suicide's
still on
corpse.
the floor.
Yep.
He's still dead, which is good.
Yeah. He didn't get up. Thank fuck.
And Bert calls the police. It goes to the chief of police, who's
Yeah.
at this barricade outside the cemetery.
Yep.
And while he's on the phone with him, all of the police get overrun
Oh
by
yeah.
zombies.
Because you can't shoot them. Don't work.
They try.
They try. They try real
It
hard.
doesn't work. And long story short, Bert's trying to figure out what to do. And he calls the number on the side
On
of
the side of the
canister.
canisters. Yep.
He gets rerouted, and it goes to this officer we see at the beginning of the movie.
Yep. Horace something.
Horace
Glover.
Glover.
Yeah.
Who we see a little bit of at the beginning of the movie, and we know he's basically on call
Yeah.
for in case the situation happens.
He's basically in charge of finding those canisters.
Yep.
From what we can what we figure out. And he's on call in case anyone ever finds those canisters.
And apparently for years.
Yeah,
I'd
he's just been
imagine.
sitting, and his wife's like bitching about how he's always on call, and he's like, "Honey, this is very important."
But we see him. We can't really hear what Bert's saying, but we can hear
Yeah.
his side of the conversation. And he's basically asking questions of like what happened,
Mm-hmm.
how long ago did it happen, why didn't you call us immediately?
Yep.
And he's eventually like, all right, I'm gonna give you over to another guy.
Yep.
And we're gonna take care of the situation.
Wild.
What taking care of the situation amounts to
Yeah.
is they have artillery pointed at the area where this is happening,
Yep.
which is this is where we learn it's Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, that's the way the line is.
And they load up a nuke.
That was so you're
It's
telling me that was minis?
Yeah, it's a tactical nuke.
That's cool.
So it only hits. They say how much damage it caused.
4,000. No,
No, it's like 4 blocks or something.
4 blocks, 4,000 dead,
Yeah.
which is minimal casualties to them.
Well, for the area, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's a small nuke, and they basically nuked where the cemetery is.
Well, what I was saying is, you're telling me the CGI they did, or that's not CGI, them loading the nuke into the thing, that's minis? Because that looks like CGI.
They don't have CGI in 1985.
It looks
I don't
wild.
think, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's minis.
'Cause it
I
looks
thought you were
really cool.
referring to the explosion at the end.
No,
With the
no, no,
nuke.
no, 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 not that. I knew that wasn't. Or yeah,
No, I assume it's minis.
okay, that's
It's a
cool.
lot cheaper.
That's really cool.
But yeah, they nuke Louisville, and that's the end of the movie. The
You know what we skipped
Horace
over?
is like, yeah, we took care of it.
Yeah.
And now there's rain, and it's gonna wash everything away, which is where you see essentially there's this implication that the smoke from the nuclear explosion is going to carry the trioxin into the rain again.
Yep,
And
and
it's
it's gonna
causing
go
the same thing to
everywhere.
happen, but bigger.
Yep,
What were you saying we skipped over?
we didn't talk about trash coming back.
Oh, yeah, Tresh comes back from the dead.
Yeah, so there's a point in the movie where it cuts back to the puddle trash died in, and rising from the mud is a
Still naked trash.
fully naked trash who eats the chief of police's face later,
Yeah, and a homeless man.
and a homeless man. That's the reveal that she's still alive, or that she's back. Yeah,
Which means she didn't get her brains eaten.
yeah, she just got her body bitten, which is exactly what she didn't want to happen.
Well, I think she just died.
Yeah, probably.
My guess is she died before she could get eaten,
Mm.
so they didn't eat her brains.
Yeah.
And then because she was swimming in the trioxin stuff, she came back.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you got no brains and stuff. You didn't come back.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
But yeah, I think that's basically the whole movie.
Yeah,
That was a
it's the whole
horrible description of it. 'Cause
No, we really jumped around a lot right there, but
oh,
whatever.
we really jumped around a lot, Bob. You would talk about things late in the movie.
Well, because I was excited,
I
Benjamin.
know, but that's not a good description. But I like this movie.
I do too.
It's got my favorite version of zombies in it.
I think this version of zombies is horrific.
They're horrific. Basically,
They're so scary.
they're unkillable.
Yeah, and they're smart.
Unless you fully destroy their bodies, which means immolation, acid,
Yeah.
and they're humanoid smart.
Yeah.
They're really depressing
Yeah.
because they're just in pain.
They're just real people, dude.
So basically, they're in so much pain they can't think until they eat brains, and
Yep.
then they can start thinking. Yeah, they're just sad, but they're super scary.
So scary. By far the grossest one though is Tarman. He was by far the most
Oh yeah,
menacing as well.
Tarman's so cool.
That the practicals on him look so fucking rad,
He's
dude.
the most famous zombie in this series.
He's so fucking cool.
He's fucking Tarman.
It's awesome.
I mean, he has a name. That should tell you
Yeah.
all you need to know.
Well, we didn't learn his name till Spider fucking called him the Tar Man.
Yeah.
It's kind of a throwaway line, but like it fits. It's very, very good.
It looks like he's covered in tar.
He looks.
But that's just melted flesh.
Oh, that's so gross, dude. That's so fucking foul.
And did you see those rag-like things on him?
Yeah,
That was like his skin.
I know.
Okay.
I knew that wasn't anything else. I was. Oh God. Yeah.
Oh, you know what we didn't talk about?
What? We skipped something completely?
Yeah. So when Frank and Freddy kind of finally lose it, Frank runs
Oh
away.
God.
And eventually we learn he throws himself into the incinerator
Which is
instead of
super
killing
sad.
and eating someone.
It's actually like a really sad scene where
Yeah.
Frank
takes
like
off his wedding ring,
takes off running, puts it on the switch,
says, "I'm so sorry."
and then throws himself into the immolator. Which is like good for you, Frank,
Yeah.
for having the sense of mind to do that.
It's also probably less painful than just
Oh,
rotting.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah, do you have anything else to say?
I don't think so. I think that's the whole
Not
movie.
a great wrap up for this movie, but I think we got there.
No, not really. But I will say, it wasn't what I expected, but it was very, very fun.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
It's a
I
fun
love that
movie. It's a good movie. I said this during the record. It reeks of the 80s, which is
Oh.
like awesome.
Yeah, it's super 80s.
And the music. The music is also very good.
I guess before we go
Yeah.
to the close,
Uh-huh.
one of those things I think is fun to mention.
Oh, yeah.
As a fun fact is the reason the canisters ended up at UNITA.
Yeah.
It's not mentioned in the movie. It's a book thing.
Oh, it's a book thing. Okay.
I could be misremembering this, but if I remember correctly, it's because of the Russians.
Okay. The Russians
Because
caused
this is
it.
during the Cold War.
Yeah.
And so when it would have originally been lost,
Yeah. Would have been
Uh,
during the Cold War.
it would have been during the height of the Cold War.
Oh, yeah, because it would have been the 60s.
Yeah, but basically it was them trying to fuck with,
America.
yeah.
By making them lose shit.
Well, setting up what is essentially a ticking time bomb.
I mean, it is. It's like the world's biggest fucking, like, biohazard threat ever.
2, 4, 5 tracks and
Shit's crazy.
yeah. Nah, that's all I got. That's the last thing.
Okay. I know you say this is your favorite zombie movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where does this rank in terms of like? I don't want to know. Is this your number one for sure? Is what I'm asking.
Zombie movies?
Yeah.
Probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a big zombie fan.
I mean, I am, but like I've heard of this movie before. You know, I had seen clips of this movie. I had seen different parts. The unlikely crew at the end of this film was so
It's
interesting
fine.
to me.
But that's a common thing in like survival movies where
Yeah.
it's just random people who end up
Because
together.
it was a Nazi, a black punk kid
named Spider
named Spider, and a guy named Bert.
and Tina, who's like a preppy girl.
Yeah, it was like it took everything that you want to see in a movie from the 80s and just kind of threw them all in a room and went, "Hey, what do you guys do? Like,
Yeah.
what is this interaction like?" And it was super cool. I really liked it because, of course, Spider is super anti-authority, and Bert's constantly trying to be like, "Yeah, do this," and Spider's like, "Fuck you, I don't want to do that." It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I mean, it's a good cast mix. I think.
It is. It is really good. And I will continue to say the dude that played Frank, super good actor. I thought he was
he's
really
fine.
good. Also, we haven't really talked about it. I wouldn't say this film is like a cinematic masterpiece,
No,
like camera work wise, but there are some really, really good shots in this movie.
you said the shots freaked you out a lot.
Yeah, this movie's really good at what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, focusing on one person for too long and just making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I
But
guess
on
I didn't
purpose.
have that problem.
But it feels very purposeful when I'm sitting here watching the movie. Like that shot of Ernie where he's on the phone with somebody and he stays on the phone for too long. And I don't know, there's just something about the way way that the movie is shot that makes me utterly uncomfortable the entire time, but in a good way. It's
Fair.
uncomfortable in
You're
a good way.
unnerved, I
Unnerved
guess.
in a good way because
Well, a good way for horror.
a good way for because the zombies themselves are a menacing threat. They're always ever present. But
Yeah.
the other threat is what if no one comes? And
Fair.
this movie has a very good way of
People keep
stretching
coming.
that. Yeah, people keep coming, but it isn't helping. But basically, of like stretching that and making it
What are they gonna do?
the what are they going to do and the despair of knowing there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
It's very, very good at
Fair.
that, which is very, very fun.
Yeah, I guess what I'll say. It's my favorite zombie movie.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily the best zombie movie ever,
I think it's pretty rad.
but I think it's a good combination of like fun,
Yeah,
kind of funny, and also just horror.
and
I
gross.
think it's nice. And again, I'm not a big fan of zombie movies. If I'm talking like probably the best zombie movies, it's probably Romero's zombies movies. I know they're related. They're basically the same franchise, but
yeah.
I think Day of the Dead's probably I think the best zombie movie.
Is that the one on the boat or
No.
the one with the trash boat?
No.
Okay, I know there's one.
It's his third
Okay, I haven't seen it, but
in the franchise. It's a good one. But that one I think is very good. This one's my favorite.
fair. I mean, this has all the elements of a camp movie tossed into not a campy situation,
Yeah, it's
which is very weird,
it's
but
a
it's
mix
very
of
cool.
serious and
Yeah.
horrifying in a way that I think emphasizes both.
Yeah, which I really, really enjoy. I think if you're looking for a zombie movie that reeks of the 80s and is fun, this is perfect.
So is that who you'd recommend it to?
Yeah, if you want a zombie movie from the 80s that is fun, gross. I think this might be the grossest movie we've watched.
Really? I didn't think it was that bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, gross as in not in gore, just in general gross.
I guess.
Dude, all the zombies are covered in mud and muck, and some of them are like half eaten
Or eating brains.
or eating. Dude, some of the brain effects in this movie looked really fucking cool.
Yeah, I think you gagged.
The paramedic one got me because there's a scene where after the paramedics have already died,
His
it-
head's so limp.
yeah, it just cuts to one of their corpses on the ground, and like brain just like oozes out of it. It's really gross.
Yeah.
But I find that if you were interested in watching a zombie movie and you wanted something older, that is, I would say, I meant to say this during the movie, but then I said I'd save it for the post, and I almost left it out. If you want what I think, even though this came out in the 80s, a fresh take on zombies, this is good. I liked it.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the most standard version of zombies.
Yeah, I think it's a good spin on a classic that is fun.
Yeah. What did you think you'd rate out of 10 for scariness?
I don't remember what I said for Halloween. Halloween 1 was like a 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Halloween 2 is like a 6 or a 7. Probably 6 or 7. Probably
6 or
similar to
7.
Halloween 1, yeah. Or Halloween 2.
All right. Anything else before we go to the wrap up?
I don't think so. But if you want, I think people should watch this. I liked it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
I like it. Good recommendation.
Yeah. Go watch this movie.
Yeah.
Fun.
All right. We're going to go to the outtakes.
Yeah, we'll see you
See you in
after
a
the
bit.
outtakes. Bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the outtakes of this episode of Beware the Board. I hope you enjoyed Return of the Living Dead. I thought that movie was really fucking cool. Super duper fun. Highly recommend you go and watch it. Our first outtake for today comes to us from very, very early on in the film when Frank decides to show Freddy the tanks in the basement and ends up rupturing one of them like an idiot.
Yeah. Property, Department of Defense.
It said Department of the Army.
Oh, shit.
Well, whatever. Same thing. Still.
Call
Don't
us-
open that,
Call
bro.
this number if you find it. Nah, it's the viewport.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, is he cleaning the viewport? How nice. With a whole roll of paper towels?
Hey, these things don't make do they? Hell no, these things were made by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
God damn. Oh my, it's Freddy, not Teddy. Oh my God, that's the start of the movie.
That's the start of the movie. I love this film.
Oh my God. Oh, they're defrosting.
No, that's not defrosting. He's melting, Bob.
Oh. Ew. 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 Oh my God. Ew. Grody.
Because he was, only in there with trioxin, so he was just exposed to oxygen for the first time. And
Oh, so he rotted super fast, didn't he?
yeah.
This next clip is our reaction to Frank and Freddy discovering that the gas they release from the canister downstairs seems to have reanimated the split dogs they keep upstairs. Oh no. Oh no.
That's what I saw.
No, 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 no. Freddy, get away from that box. Dog. No. Oh my God. No.
Sounds like a dog.
Benjamin.
Oh, it's panting.
Am I about to see?
Do you hear that?
If I will get up. I will stand up and leave this room.
What do you
No, No. Don't. That's half a dog.
Yeah, it's a split
Oh,
dog.
it's moving. It's moving. Half a dog. Well, where's the other half?
It's a split dog, Bob.
Oh! That's so gross. That's not as gross as I thought it was going to be. Oh my god, Frank! Beating a dog to death with a crutch?
This next clip is our reaction to the first encounter with any of the zombies that we have in this movie, as the corpse they were keeping in the cold lockup upstairs of Unita Medical Supply Co. has come to life, and Bert, Freddy, and Frank have to deal with it. Also, gag warning on this one. I do gag. It's very gross.
Fucking big ass pickaxe. You make Frank do it? This is
It's gonna be all right, son. Here.
this is such a I don't want to say this the wrong way. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna save it. But
Okay.
I
Bert hides.
be brave, Frank. Oh, why is he so green?
The chemicals they put in him,
Okay, well,
like embalming fluid.
they didn't even kill him. They just let him bite him.
No, it didn't bite him.
He didn't bite him?
Nah.
Oh, where's the pickaxe? Somebody kill this.
I love Frank just kind of cry.
Oh my god. Oh, he's not dead? Oh, that didn't kill him? Oh, I don't like how this guy's still kicking.
And screaming.
Yeah, and he's got a pickaxe in the back of the head. Is he gonna cut his head off? No, this is gonna be be a man. Fuck you. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh, well, that sucks. I don't know how they did this practical, but this looks insane. This is so cool.
This next clip is our first encounter with Tar Man, as Tina heads into Unita's basement to look for Freddy and is brought with a gruesome encounter.
Oh, that's the one that was open earlier. I thought they
Yeah.
were... Okay. Why is it being all menacing like there's going to be something in there? We know it's empty. Oh my god.
It's Tarman.
What the fuck? Oh, you dumb motherfuckers. What is that?
It's Tarman.
Like, I know it's supposed to just be like a zombie, but...
Live brains.
Well, now she's trapped completely in the basement with the creature.
Tarman.
Don't call it Tarman.
That's his name.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. He's pretty gross.
Yeah, he melted. Brains.
Well, at least the door's locked.
Live brains.
Oh, she's good for now. But
For
here
now.
comes everyone else. Is
Huh.
he? What is he?
What's he
is
doing?
Tarman in the cret?
What's he doing? Is that tool usage?
What? Are these zombies? Hey, at least you put clothes on. Oh my god. This is horrific.
Go, suicide, go.
Go. Oh. Oh, suicide's dead. All right. Oh. Instantly got a bite taken out of his melon. That's so much blood. But that was awesome. Fucking throw paint cans at people. Oh shit.
I love his voice.
This next clip is our reaction to all of the punks leaving Unita Supply Co. because of Tarman and running back into the cemetery.
Oh, they're just gonna leave Suicide down there with Tarman, and they're gonna
Yeah.
run back to the car they can't start? Or no, they're running past the car. Okay, good. Back into the cemetery?
Well, they're just looking for somewhere they can go out of the rain.
Trash still has no pants on.
Trash left her clothes in the cemetery.
Oh, they went to, like, the worst fucking place possible. Oh, that's just a full-on skeleton. That's kind of cool.
Skelly
With
boy.
eyes?
Do you want a party?
Oh, this is like her worst nightmare.
Yeah, even though it was turning her on earlier. So I think it's part of the funny part.
Yeah. Oh.
It's an
The
old,
mud adds a lot to this. Tina's totally gonna fucking die, though.
It's an old cemetery though. Like all these graves are like super old.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, she's dead. Already?
Bye,
Damn.
Trash.
I thought she was alive a lot longer.
This next clip is our reaction to the deaths of the first two ambulance drivers that show up to the scene of the mortuary.
What a... Okay. Oh! Ah! Ah! Well, he's already fucking dead. Jerry! Oh my god, Jerry just got fucked. Oh my god. The mud adds so much to how scary they are. I find them much more intimidating well as mud.
This next clip is our reaction as a zombie bursts through the window as Chuck and Casey are trying to use the phone to contact the police for help.
Oh no. Oh! Damn! Holy shit. These zombies are wild.
This next clip is my reaction as Ernie goes outside of the mortuary to attempt to steal one of the ambulances and discovers why they never came back.
Oh no. Oh lord. Oh, safety.
Jerry isn't in there. Where's Jerry?
Oh! Oh my god! That looks crazy.
You mean he's missing most of his arms and legs?
Yeah, that was awesome.
This next clip comes to us from the mortuary when there's a breach in the chapel and they must try to repair it.
Oh! Skeleton arm. Oh! Alright, well. Oh, is he gonna get... Oh! Oh, the blood spray! Oh, that looks crazy. That's kind of awesome. Oh, he's so dead, bro. Why aren't...
This next clip is my reaction as we discover that these zombies are not just normal zombies, as Ernie is interrogating one strapped down to one of his medical tables.
Oh, it's just a human from the spine up, or like from the, I don't know, midsection up.
Yep.
Oh, they're just normal talk. They're just normal people.
Yep.
This next clip is our reaction to the reveal that Trash did not die from the zombie bites, but rather was turned and she kills a homeless man.
This is a wild trio to still be alive.
Yeah. It's kind of wild.
Spider, fucking Bert and Ernie.
Bird nerdy. Who's that?
Is she alive? No, she's a zombie though, right? Because she's not alive. She got eaten.
She could be okay.
That would be insane. I doubt it. This homeless man is not in for this. Yeah, she's a zombie. I thought so. Oh my god.
This final clip is our reaction to the very, 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 very tragic end of this movie.
High-tech computer there.
I mean, for the 80s, yeah.
85. Yeah. Bless you.
High-tech government computer. Oh.
See?
Yep. Oh. Well, that is good. Hot dog rhubarb. Oh my god. No way. Right? Oh. No way. Are you serious? Oh my god.
Ta-da!
That's how this movie ends?
5:01 a.m.
What the fuck? I can't believe it. Like, genuinely. Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Yeah, we're back.
From the outtakes from Return of the Living Dead. I said that right? That was the right
Return of
one.
the Living Dead, yeah.
Listen, there's a lot of Living Dead movies,
There's-
and with monikers before them. I'm not very
there's,
good at.
there's Night of the Living Dead,
Yeah.
and then there's Return of the Living Dead,
Is that it?
and then there's the Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Oh, there's a second one of these?
There's a bunch of these.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we've talked
It's
about it.
the Return of the Living Dead franchise.
Yeah. Is that the one with the trash boat?
Trash boat.
There's one of these where they're on like a trash barge or something.
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, not to get off topic too much, but I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you liked whatever screams I got out of that film. I'm sure there's quite a few really interesting moments.
Yeah. Hopefully this wasn't horrible, because like we kind of got real tired at the
Yeah,
end.
we were gonna record more movies today, but then Ben said he can't do it,
Yeah.
which is tragic because like. But okay, understandable. But if you guys could, check out our Twitter, @BewareTheBoard. If you want to vote, this is something super important that I did not talk about last
I
time.
thought we were deciding this today.
No.
No.
I've
Okay.
decided we're going to leave it up. Because
Okay.
we're currently tied. What are we supposed to do? We can't choose one.
Flip a coin.
Fuck you. Let the people decide
The people decided that we're tied.
for now.
Yeah.
Basically, we're coming up on the next board soon. We only have 3 more movies to watch on this board before we move on to the next one. I'm so excited about Ben. You have no idea how hype I am to
I know.
get to this
I
next
know
board.
exactly how hyped you are.
Because you're the same amount of hyped. Because we want to show each other our categories. It'll be really fun.
Yeah. Woo.
You are so tired, aren't you? I'm so
I'm really
sorry
tired.
that I'm dragging you through this. I'm going to keep the energy up so you can kind of leech
My
off
body
me a little
woke
bit.
me up to do our early recording, and then we didn't do our early recording.
Well, but I told you though.
Well, I know you did.
Okay.
I didn't set an alarm. I just woke up.
Okay. I set an alarm and then woke up late.
Yep.
But our next board's coming up. We have a poll up. It's on our Twitter. Go vote. Vote on the poll. We're currently tied at 5 for demonic possession and 5 for summer camp movies.
And what you need to do is you need to go vote for cannibal movies.
No,
and get that. To
listen
first
here.
place.
Listen here, motherfuckers.
It's only one vote behind. It doesn't fucking matter.
I don't want to
could
watch.
win.
I don't want cannibals to
Who
win.
votes? If someone votes twice for cannibal movies,
Yeah.
they'll be in first place.
Fuck you.
Solve
But
our issues.
whatever wins by the time we get to the wrap-up episode where we announce it is the one that we're going to choose for the random category on the board. I think the options are summer camp movies, demonic possession movies, haunted house movies, which is a cool category that I really like, and then there's one more.
Cannibals.
Cannibals.
The
one
best- the best
not
one.
the one I cared the least about.
The best. You just hate cannibal movies. He's pretending like he's He just doesn't think it's interesting. He's just horrified that we'll get cannibal movies.
I am. I don't. That and demonic possession scares the piss out of me.
And I think this needs to be made aware of. Technically, Camp Movies is ahead right now by 1 vote
Technically,
because one person could not vote.
it wouldn't let
and
them vote, but
so
we're
just
counting their
counting
vote.
it.
Yeah. Technically, on the poll itself, when you look at it, demonic possession will be 1 behind Camp Movies, but it's
So
technically
you just have to
tied.
factor that in.
Yeah.
Besides from that, this episode will hopefully be on Spotify.
Oh, good God.
Hopefully.
I hope to God. If we make it through the whole first board and we're never on Spotify,
I'm going to laugh. I think that'd be very funny.
I will be very upset. Let me just say that.
Otherwise, this is on YouTube as
Yeah.
normal. So
But we're the board, YouTube. Check it out.
check
Subscribe.
that out, I guess.
Keep your peepers out for episodes every Friday. We never tell them what episode day we put episodes out, like the normal day.
It's every Friday.
Every Friday.
That's where our board episodes go. And then if we do anything else,
It goes on Monday or Wednesday.
Monday or Wednesday.
And if it's something super special, it comes out on Saturday.
Yep.
Which we haven't recorded any Saturday episodes yet.
We were going to do that today.
We were gonna do that today, but we didn't do it.
But,
But it's okay
yeah.
because those are special and they're not supposed to come out for a while anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
So, yeah. If you have any comments for things you suggest for the show, maybe some questions you'd like us to ask or
Yeah.
things you'd like us to talk about us.
Any movie recommendations for Ben to put on the board? If you have a movie that you really think we should watch, that you think we should do a special on, let us know. Maybe we'll record it and then put it out later as another thing, you know?
Yeah, please let us know in the comments, I guess. That's probably
Yeah.
the easiest way to access us.
Watch out this month. It's December Christmas special coming out on the 25th.
Yep.
We got to record that soon. I'm really excited.
Oh, yeah, we got to record that.
Yeah, we do, baby. I think we're doing that next week.
Sure. I don't know what we're doing.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh, God. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will be back next week with another movie from the board. Baby, why am I so excited in the outro, but I
don't
couldn't
know.
do
You-
this
you
during the
did not have
goddamn
this
post
I
movie.
think you sucked the rest of the energy out of me because I'm even less energetic than I was.
Okay. Well, we'll see you next week. Have a nice life. Goodbye.
See you next week. Bye.